folks, I'm Fess Parker. You might have seen me in Walt Disney's Davy Crockett. Well, I want to take you for a short behind the scenes of Walt Disney's Tony the Bobcat, the best cat in the East, the making of Tony the Bobcat. Walt Disney lived in Walt Disney cherished his earlier days in the small town of Marceline, Missouri. Walt remembered hearing about these wonderful children's books by author Mary Norton, who wrote the books Bedknobs and Broomsticks and the Bar Wars. Here to explain how Walt Disney's TV programs. Here is Walt Disney to explain how Mary Norton's best-selling books came to his Disneyland TV programs in Frontierland. Walt?
Well, yes, Victor.
Actually, it's Fess Parker.
Oh, you're Fess Parker.
Yeah.
You look a lot like Victor Sprankle. I'll be darned. Well, yes, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Fascinating stuff from the British Empire that I thought would fit right into Frontierland, and that is why I did them on Frontierland.
When Walt Disney first started plans for a 1961 version of Mary Norton's classic book series, Walt cherished these books with the memories he lasts from generation to generation. Here to explain about her own books, here is Mary Norton to explain how her books made Walt the most cherished short movies in the history over the years. Mary?
Well, Fess, that's so nice of you to invite me tonight. I just so appreciate it. Bedknobs and Broomsticks sort of came from my childhood when you're sort of stuck in your room and all you see are the little knobs on the doors and you think someone's opening the door, closing the door, your imagination goes wild, you think something's under the bed or not under the bed, everything's sort of crazy, and the broomstick kind of moves. So that's how Bedknobs and Broomsticks sort of came about. But then one time I looked outside my window and my dad was there and I saw this bobcat. I was so incredibly excited that I'd seen this rare animal, and so that's how that bobcat came into the business, and Walt has been so excited to be able to share that with me, Fess.
Here to talk about some of the artwork that Walt used in his short TV program Frontierland. Here is renowned artist Mary Blair to talk to you about her artwork for Tony the Bobcat in 1906. Mary?
You've aged well.
Thank you, Walt. I was taught watercolors at my finishing school, and I rather enjoyed it. And one day when I was out getting water from the well in the backyard, I saw a bobcat stroll along the back of the property, and we had pigs that we kept next to the house, so I knew this was going to be a problem. But I decided to sort of change my perspective on that problem by painting them. So at first I painted them being shot by my father. I enjoyed the sort of gruesome imagery for some reason. I think I was a little oppressed at the time, but I've grown, and I realized when I got together with you, Mary, that my pictures of bobcats just by themselves.
Tony.
Mary.
Pictures of Tony.
Mary Norton.
Yes, were much better without the killing, and that I had actually gotten very skilled at just painting bobcats. Yeah,
And-
sorry. Yeah.
And finally, before we end our behind the scenes, here is finally Mark Davis to talk to you about the voice casting for Tony the bobcat that were never before seen by the public.
Well,
Mark?
Fast thanks. This has been a real treat to work on this project, and the beauty of the watercolors combined with the fullness, the richness of the story has put a lot of pressure on me to come up with the right voices, and then the editing. I'm responsible for the editing as well, and there's so much beautiful stuff that's on the copy floor that I would encourage you at some point to make a full-length documentary of all of the material, because it gets cut to a size that will sell an hour and a half, and there's probably 2.5 hours of beautiful work here. That
So tell us some of the voices real quick.
well, you know who the
James Woods,
yeah no
who is Tony the bobcat.
Yeah, James, I thought that was your choice, and I thought it was a stroke of genius to use James Wood. I thought Jack Black playing that,
Samuel.
and Samuel Jackson. Yeah.
No, just Samuel.
Oh, Jack Black playing Samuel.
The tiger.
Yeah. And I think throwing the hedgehog in
Well,
was
Well, we got to cut this behind the scenes short. We will do another one, which is part 2. So let's cut.